bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring on the love, bring on the money, bring on the joy, bring on the happiness, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring on the bells, 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 rock the bells.
This, I say the last 4 months, which is not like me, I haven't felt like going to the gym. Like, I push through, like, I don't always feel like going to the gym, but something shifted where mentally, spiritually, I just wasn't in the same place. And
Yeah.
now I feel like um I've got enough, like I feel like God touched me again. I felt abandoned, alone, heavy, and now I feel like God came and visited me again and I was missing it.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can explain it.
No, like pretty much exactly how it is when you're feeling that way. 'Cause that's how I was feeling. And now I'm to the place where I can go to the gym. Of course, I have my like times where it's like I don't feel like it because once it's almost like once you stop going for 2 weeks
Oh
almost,
yeah,
right?
you starting over.
Yes. I'm telling you, you could be going for a whole year.
You
If
are
you
literally starting
stop
over.
completely for 2 weeks, and I stopped for
Yeah.
way longer than that. I'm just saying that if it just that quick is how it feels like it's such a struggle. And the same thing goes for like for me with eating. Good God. It's like
Yeah.
I just something about carbs and
The body calls for it, man. Yeah, I'm the same way.
I just wanna no, I can eat it even if I'm full. Like I'm not even like sometimes it's like I'm not even hungry, but it's like if it's pizza or if it's some type of pasta or
Yeah.
like I can just go in there and you know I don't
Man,
know what.
you know what it is us doing it alone. I'm not saying just as men, but just as people. You know, when
Yeah,
you're here in LA or I'm in Jacksonville, me, you, maybe me, you, and Walt, or me and you know, you might not meditate. I meditate every day, right?
hmm
You clean up. I clean up too. I think you clean up a little bit more than I do, right? So my cleaning up is even more on top. Your working out is even more on top. You might even come and meditate with me, at least a quarter of the
yeah, exactly.
times. So that
Just totally confused
synergy,
with you. Yeah,
the synergy, man, when you're doing it alone, but that synergy or having an accountability partner, it makes a difference. So when you see two people that work out all the time, or when you see two people that sing or write or produce songs together, they usually last longer. Sometimes when it's
yeah,
3, 4, 5 people, sometimes you might have some that fall off, but when you can have two people, like the Bible says, you have 2 or 3 people, man, God is there in the midst. So I think
hmm
that's one of the things, man. So that's why this is good. Father, son, brother, friend, FSBF, my brother Wisdom, I am VIQ, I love you. And this is what this platform is all about. Really just synergy, accountability, sharing tips, sharing secrets, sharing experiences, life hacks, everything that we've gone through. So either way, man, I'm proud of you, little bro.
yeah, yeah. Same. What you
Cause
got? What you been thinking about? What's been
today,
on? Yeah, just
well,
period. Like what's
yeah. Honestly, man, I was thinking about. I was talking to a. She's an editor. She's become a friend of mine, and through her helping me, she's helped me out so much, but she helped me to really know that that we are speaking
Mhm.
to men, because there are some concepts, even with her just helping me with this show concept, with this platform concept, that I'm talking about men and the things that we might be experiencing. She was literally getting offended. And so I had a conversation with her, and I didn't apologize to her, but what I said to her was thank you again. Every time we have like it's not a disagreement, but I'm able to see her points easily. She's just not able to see my points. But me and her spoke, and I said, you know what? Thank you, because she helps me to dig deeper. And I said, you know what? I realize that as a woman, you're really not. Let me be mindful. There are a lot of times, unless you have either a gift or specialized skill, uh, to be able to, as a woman, to be able to see men's grievances. And
Mhm.
I think it's almost like a gift when a woman is able to see how we might feel and experience pain. It's just like a child. It's a special gift for a child at a young age to be able to see a parent and to realize, oh, parents go through stuff too. It's hard for parents too. You know, when you're a child, you're just
Mhm.
like, hey, this is what I want. Why can't my mama be
Yeah.
there? Why can't my daddy get it? Why they gotta say no? You know. And so
Mhm.
I started thinking about today. What would I actually want? What are the type of females that would be good for us? We know maybe our disappointments, but what would be the perfect girl for you? Like,
You know, I to be like no seriously because I was thinking about like relationship in any sort now, just period in my mind, right? And I'm like, it's crazy that I'm in a space where it's like where I can't really see positivity in it yet. And I don't know where like even just in a friendship, even in the just talk like I don't see the and I'm not against it at all. I'm not even I'm just saying that that's bad when I'm thinking of that like that. Like I'm like, dang, like I was thinking about like even a person that I used to talk to. I'm like, I don't even know if I would even want to even make time. Like, I don't even know if I will want to even make the time to even do anything that is that because I need to start just thinking about like it's like I don't even have the mental capacity to like figure that out because for me, a person like me, I might be a little different than you, but like I get too invested in it. I don't know if you like that or not. I get too invested in it. I'm saying like meaning, and so like I get too invested in the simple things of like if the person calls and talk, like I don't feel like doing none of that, right? I don't want to like if a day go by and I'm like if I'm trying to text you or call you because now the people like to text more, you know, I'm used to the well not used to, but the era that I like the best is when you actually talk to somebody, and if you didn't talk to them, you really didn't. You either talked or you didn't. So I like that more than the like the text because the texting is like how can I how can I converse with you? No, seriously, the way that I want through a text because I don't feel, it's almost like I don't even feel like texting you all of the thing that I want, right? So
yeah,
now what I
yeah,
like to do a lot, even with anybody mostly now, is I say, you know what, I'm gonna start just using the voice. You can text.
yeah.
I'm, our nephew's auntie was,
Bubby
you
and
know, texting about, yeah, they was talking about because her son was with us, whatever, and she texting so much about just wondering, just a typical person. So I picked up the phone and I did a voice memo. I was like, just stop. They with me. They're good. You don't have to text every minute because I'm not finna give you all the answers. Where we at? What time? This and that. They're good, and that's it, right? Like because what ends up happening is, and this is just with any kind of communication nowadays, is you texting these small things that they don't realize like that's a lot of time to me,
it
right?
is. It is.
It's
Yeah,
time. It's me waiting on them to respond. What if they're like it's the and so when you're in a relationship, it's almost like you sometimes a text could turn into like, oh, that was an hour that I had to wait.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah.
versus if I when we didn't have to text, when we didn't even have that technology, I just waited on the call and that was it. Like you didn't have to think about like I didn't respond until I
So
talked. I didn't
it's holding up mental space.
literally.
It's like, are they mad about what I
Yeah,
just said? Do they understand? Oh, and then the next day it's like, oh, were they being funny? Did they? I
yeah.
mean, this was. So now I'm looking at my text and they ain't responding. You like, okay, wait. Now let me reread what I wrote.
I literally do
Are
that so
they
much. I
mad? Okay,
reread.
wait a minute.
Yep.
Let me see. Now, what can they be upset with? So it's like, I get it. So
Yes. Yeah.
for you, even in, even in, I commend you with how shit, you wasn't working out. Then you became like running for my five. I never even did that, right?
Yeah.
I'm just consistent with what I do, which is hard for an hour or 2 hours. Meditate every day, which has become this year, not this year, but I say the last like 3 months, challenging than ever. But for you and your personality, you are all in, all out. Like
Mhm.
you are all in, all out. And so I'm assuming in your relationships, like you gonna give so much, which actually does the opposite. Men, young men
Mhm.
especially, because us younger men, I'm sorry, for us older men, we already know this, but for y'all younger men, I want to tell y'all a secret while I'm at it. We think that we can love them so much, give them so much of our time, our money, our attention, and that they might reciprocate the way that we have given to them. And you know what? That's just not the way the science works.
Mhm.
Either that girl is all into you and you know the science of what makes it work for her, which is really being on your purpose,
Yeah. Exactly.
regardless of how much she's complaining, regardless of you're never gonna give her enough time because you give her too much time, she's gonna get tired of you, and then she wants you away from her. It's you cannot play into,
But specifically in this day and era, you know what I'm saying? Like, meaning it is, and
especially
it's, yeah,
because the
because the
attention span of people,
exactly.
but
It's
women
in this
in their
day and era.
nature, in a
Exactly. No,
woman's
I'm
nature,
exactly
they
you.
get
You're
bored easy.
100%. But it was
We
easier
like
to keep
routine. Men,
longer
we
though back in the
prefer,
day.
men prefer, men prefer routine. Now, actually,
Yeah.
being a man and the type of man that we are talking about being and that we will continue to share about being is actually
Hmm.
toxic in this
Hmm.
day and era, right?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
men, you have to literally focus on your money, the future of your family if you don't have kids, but just being the best man, learning your patience, learning, reading, studying, finding out what your purpose is. That's really the main thing that you are
Yeah.
thinking about. But I have had some good experiences where when you talk about love, right? I mean, depending on your background, we all have our interpretations of what love is. But it's not usually all of what we think love is or what we've seen as love, because we've had incomplete examples of what love is. But when I've had love in my life, oh man, it's felt good. Man, it feels good, while it's going on.
Yeah. While it's going on,
And
great.
and most times for me, you ain't writing as many songs.
Yeah.
You ain't. If you are making more money, you spending it on the things that she's wanting to do. Uh, you are you're 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 just ticking slow ticks away from your straight and narrow. Now, when you get hurt by that love, man, you working out more. Man, you writing more songs. Man, you thinking about how you can be better. I don't know what that yo-yo is, young men and old men. But all we gotta do, and this ain't simple, is do the hard thing every day. And no matter who you find, no matter who you want, focus on your purpose. Do it hard and do it hard all over again. Do it often. Do it all over again.
And I think y'all would say pause on that, but it's
Okay, okay. I don't even know how that
I'm
sounded, but
playing.
yeah,
I
pause.
just I'm just being
No, that's
silly.
real talk. No, I appreciate it. Pause. How I don't know how that sounded. Pause. 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 This
All you
is
have to do,
a show
young
for
man, is
men.
just I was just yeah.
Yeah,
But nah,
pause on
that,
that.
that that is true though. Because like if I would have see, but that is one of the things that entrepreneurs, it's not that they know, but they have a benefit of being an entrepreneur. And what I mean by that is a person that is just a naturally an entrepreneur, their money or purpose or whatever that thing is gonna come first. Like the meaning that's it's a natural. It's not even that they are like some people that like you grow up with and they just naturally just know how to make money and get it and just hustle and just right. Those people they know, like even if they don't even know what you just said, they attract that stuff all the time, right? Because they're gonna be focused so much on what they trying to do first. And they can't even get involved in it in the way that like a person like me, I'll use for example, where I'm not a natural entrepreneur, right?
You're not selfish, honestly.
Yeah,
You're
but you
too
gotta be
giving.
selfish.
That
Exactly.
that's
And you
that
got
is I
and you
think that's
gotta
one of
be.
the number one traits is being selfish first.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
then you can be selfless and then you can be
Exactly.
giving. But I think the
Yeah.
number one trait,
Mhm.
I've heard it over and over again, is you got to be selfish. It's your plans.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
what
I
you
know.
need to do. It's where your attention needs to go.
Yeah, I know.
It's about your future and forgiving people
Yeah.
and for unselfish people first.
Mhm.
Heart so big, sometimes it's harder for us. And that
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
I'm learning. I'm
Yep.
also learning this, bro. You planted this seed in me. I think it's been 3 years at least, maybe four. I don't know how long it's been since I lived in Tampa, but me and you got we spent a lot of time, like a couple of months, and it's like I was, yeah, we've been brothers, and yeah, we talk and all of that. But for us to like spend a significant amount of time together,
Yeah.
um, and to wake up and then to work out and to meditate and learning each other all over again. You said this to
Yeah.
me, and I think it was God like speaking through you. The angels were speaking through you that day, and you said, "Vic, you're a beast." And I was like, "Okay." And he said, "No, no, 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 no. Listen to me, Vic. You're a beast. Do you know you're a beast? Like, do
Yeah.
look at you." And I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was adopted. And for men, young men, this is why good, bad, or indifferent, whether you get along with your father, whether you have unforgiveness for your father, whether you like him, whatever the case, when you have the opportunity and the blessing to be able to be either raised by your father, to know your father, you get to see things from a different perspective. I was adopted. I was raised by a beautiful man, pause on however that sounds, an
Mhm.
amazing man, a God fearing man, damn near one of the most perfect men. He wasn't perfect, right? But damn near a saint,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
a saint. But he wasn't my bio father. He was your father, and he is
Mhm.
your bio father. He is my pops, and he is the man who raised me. I'm 6'4". There is a potential in my bloodline that's different. Not saying better, worse, but when you're raising another man's child, especially a man raising another son, there are things that he might not be able to see in my bloodline, he or misinterpret. So here I am, this great man that's raising another great young man, but at 13, I'm already taller than him. I'm
Mm-hmm.
already experiencing a life. I'm already more athletic. I'm already, so there are certain things that I experienced, and I'm going to say it like this: being with your bio father, man, this is for the young man out there. It's going to help you to know who you are a lot faster, unless you are with somebody who is just super gifted to know the right things to speak to you. But for my children and for my sons especially, I always tell them, I know you and I ain't got to be around you. I know things about you because I know me. And I know you are half of me. So there are things I sit with my sons and I talk with them. And there was a time, there was a 10-year gap where we didn't speak. And I get on the phone and we cry. And I'm speaking to them with truth. And they like, dang, Pops, how you know this? Because you are me. That's the advantage we have when you know your father. That's why the bio father is so important. And our pops, the man who raised me, who adopted me at the age of 6, who gave me his last name, couldn't have done a better job in consideration. I mean, the best man ever, and I love him to life forever. I tell him all the time. But there is a uniqueness and there is something special that happens. But I know that I was oppressed in a certain way because my greatest potential couldn't be seen unless through spiritual eyes. And so, yeah, man, it was a unique experience, my growing and me
Yeah.
being tall and me having the attributes that I was given. But you spoke life into me, man. And ever since then, I've been allowing myself to be a beast. I've been it's just it was a seed planted because my
Mm-hmm.
whole life I've been trying not to be in the way. My whole life I've been trying to shrink so that I can fit in, and I never fit in. Figure figuratively, spiritually. Um, so thank you, man, for that seed and those words. I'm a beast. I've been going back and forth with a couple of people on social media, and I wouldn't have done that before. That
Yeah.
ain't necessarily who I am, but I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I've been taking ownership of, okay, Vic, you're a beast, right? I might not say it in that way, but I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm authoritative. You told me.
Mm-hmm.
I just relax in me being authoritative. It don't matter how nice I try to say it. It's just gonna come
Exactly.
out authoritative. So I just accept it. You know what? I'm authoritative. Okay, cool. That's just who I am. So
Mhm.
I appreciate you, bro, for those words.
Yeah. Ain't no problem.
You remember that day?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Mhm.
What was it? What I mean, what made you
Well, I
say
don't
that?
remember like the reason why I
Hmm.
said it, but I'm pretty sure it was just me being around you, and then with the working out and the and oh and just like no, I think what it was seeing a couple times when I was being in the studio and you being around other people that's big and seeing how your presence does things to people, or when you
Oh
work
wow.
out and the presence of you of like things. So that's I think that's what made me say that,
How it does things to other people.
yeah, just how they see it. I learned that from the streets. A street person will literally go in the room, walk in there, and know where all the street people is. They just know it. It ain't nothing you can, another beast gonna know another beast, another intelligent or intellectual, and they just know, right? So like, or if they don't know, the person that's the opposite of it or scared or whatever, that because I learned that from the streets is like, oh, the person that's scared, they're gonna attract them people that's ready to they bully them. Literally, it's like it just it never fails. You go into the streets and you be all timid and scared. Boy, you finna attract them. They finna come over there and they gonna try to punk you instead of way where you're gonna be so you know what I mean. So it's like that's that's what I learned, and I saw that from around, like just with energy and how people interact. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's different. Even when you're not trying to, even when you're nice. That's why a lot of times, even when it comes to like when you speak to women, just outside of like relationship, I'm just talking about like it's like this confrontation that they want to like. It's like if I say the same thing, and I can say it actually a little bit more harsh, but because I'm a silly, I have gray hair. There's things about me, my personality. I'm more like expressive. I'm more of these things that, for some reason, just I'm not saying that because I get people that get offended, but it's like allowed a little bit more because just and I'm not as tall. I'm I'm above a little bit above average maybe, but I'm not tall. You get what I'm saying? So it's those things that I learned and I seen that, oh, okay, that's certain dogs that walk by, like it don't matter. They could be the night literally if a Rottweiler just comes in, it
Yeah,
could genuinely be the nicest dog because because it's a Rottweiler. I don't care for just people finna be fearful. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
that's kind of how it is with that. It's like you got to get to know you to know. Oh, okay, yeah, it's like and not like just period because you're very outgoing. You speak to people. You're very friendly in that sense of like even if you're not friendly because you say sometimes you're not a nice guy because you're not nice but you're you're more like, what's up, my guy? Like talk to people than the average person. You'll go and say something. So I think that that was the reason why me seeing that a couple times. Yeah.
Hey man, you spoke to me, man. It pops in my ears, like my spiritual ears sometimes. You're a beast. So man, yeah,
Mm.
I appreciate God was using you, man. God was using both of us. I think there was a lot of healing. I think there were a lot of good seeds being planted. And today I was even thinking about what a good father looks like, what a good brother looks like, what a good friend looks like. And always remembering me not being a good brother, even though in my mind I thought I was. And this was during the time when you went off to the school or something. And there were a lot of years where maybe I wasn't in contact or something. I don't know
But I
what
ain't
I was
never.
thinking.
I mean, you probably that's probably for your own personal because I do that too. But I know during those times I wasn't even. You were so much more older than us that I didn't even think you was even supposed. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
it
that's the
was
way
like
we
one of the
grew
things.
up.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm
That's the
not
way we
saying that.
grew up.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, oh, but we knew when I see you and like it's gonna be good. It's not gonna. And so I never thought about it in the way maybe our little brother he probably definitely takes it more in that way. Just like growing up in church for him was I guess was a traumatic experience. For me, it was lovely. I in like it,
It was
compared to
both.
what these kids going. Well,
It
no, but my
was
personality
both
is
for me.
different from y'all's, though,
Of
right?
course.
So, because my personality is actually so bold in the sense of like,
Yeah,
like I don't care about like the badness of it,
yeah.
or not badness of it, but like it's like a
No,
challenge
I
is a
get it.
challenge. It's like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a
yeah.
challenge, you know what I'm saying? I'm a challenge y'all. So for me, it was like pretty much just fun. Now I didn't like people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Miss,
yeah.
like
Don't say no names.
yeah, exactly. I had to stop certain people because they
Right,
might be going to, and I don't want to disrespect them. Like I don't know
right.
who's
God
all,
bless the dead.
yeah, God bless
God bless the
anybody,
dead and God
yeah,
bless the living, right? God bless
yes,
the elders. We respect them, but we
yeah, we
just
do
speaking some
respect because I
truth from
actually
our own experiences.
exactly, and a lot of the things that when I was young, we were so cruel. When I think about, especially my particular generation of
Yeah.
people, because we was more of the rebellious, like the whole
Ooh,
the whole group was just so
big time.
so. I just think that we were so cruel to the adults, like
Wow.
just picked on them, made fun, you know,
Imagine
thug
some
music.
kids doing that to you now at this.
But see, I wouldn't know how to, because not saying that I wouldn't know, but it's like I can. First of all, we're different
You
now.
can
Like
relate.
like
Yeah.
yeah, because nobody at your age, nobody at my age dressed like, not when we was. They were full grown men by 27, and I'm talking about suits. Like I'm saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
full, just not full grown like they. We all have things. I'm just talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
us how they looked. When you think about looking even into celebrities, you be like, dang, those celebrities back in the day were only like in their 20s, but I thought for sure they was in a like the way that they look, the mustache, they look 40, they look
It's
35 ish.
almost like it's almost like during a certain time when you were younger, you wanted to be older. You
Yes,
wanted to present older. Now you want to stay young
you
forever.
want to stay young. Yep.
It's
Yep.
like being old is like, ugh.
The only people that always stayed, not they look young, but they looked stupid to us back in the day were people who was rock people. And those
Who?
people look stupid, like rock people, like rock and roll. I'm saying like meaning
Ah,
I used to think they look stupid
okay,
because I'm like,
okay,
oh, he's in his 50s and he's still
okay,
trying to
okay,
look
okay.
rock. Like, no seriously. And that's probably how I might look. Like I don't know how I might look to somebody else that when I got
Right.
on my stylist, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that I care. I'm just saying that I could possibly look some kind of way to them. But I just know that this generation now, are the adults, even when you go to church, nobody is wearing like. I kind of miss the era of suits and like where you had a day where it was a day to go to look a certain kind of nice. Now I don't even. Sometimes people don't even own suits because. Like sometimes I'll be thinking in my head, like, dang, if I needed to go somewhere nice, I would have to go and like buy that because
Facts.
it's nothing in there that is gonna, but
Facts.
it's those kind of things that sometimes I'll be missing. But
Facts.
the life we live in now.
Well,
Yeah,
that's so true. The life we're living in.
yeah,
Well, I'll say on the subject of love, on the
yeah,
original part of
yeah.
it.
Because I
Oh no, I mean, we be talking like this anyway as
yeah,
brothers,
exactly.
FSBF. Um, of course I was married one time, and I'll talk about the good things about her that made me say, you know what, I'm gonna marry her. Besides the fact that we had kids together, was she was consistently always there for me. And it was a lot of ups and downs, but it was like how I felt during those times was she was always there for me. Now, what I also realized about myself was that growing up with dysfunction, we accepted each other's dysfunction.
Hmm.
So, uh, it's called trauma bonding for you younger guys and for you older guys uh, who
Oh, they know
uh,
about that one. That's a word now. Trauma bond. They know.
trauma bonding. You got to be mindful of what this is.
Because it feels great when you in
It
it,
feels
buddy.
great when you're because you're with somebody of the same vibration. So what I'm
Yeah.
also learning is as I connect with girls and as I've been on my journey, and this journey has started years ago, and as I challenge the females that I'm with, like, hey, and I'm not just challenging them, I'm challenging myself first, but it comes out with anybody, not just the females I'm with, but if you're
Mhm.
around me, I'm like, hey bro, we working out. Hey bro, let's get a meditation. Hey bro, I'm trying to encourage goodness, right? And the same thing is with when I'm with a female is I'm doing the same thing. And sometimes you get backlash. I've been told you just act like you're perfect and like you don't do anything wrong. And I'm like, whoa, where is this coming from? All I'm saying is I heard you on the phone and you said to them that you were going to call them tomorrow. And I know that I know that you already had plans for tomorrow. Your whole tomorrow is booked. So I'm wondering why you told them that. And then you're saying, well, I didn't want to make them feel bad. And I'm saying, why not just be honest? And I've seen you lie to your friends saying that they look pretty. And I'm like, why are you saying that they look pretty when I heard you talk to your other friend right after how they did? Like, I'm not saying that you're bad and I'm good. I'm just holding you accountable, just like I want you to hold me accountable. So,
Yeah,
as I've grown and as I'm learning and as I'm wanting to be better myself and admit my faults, right? Admit my inconsistencies and my unfaithfulness to life goals and all the things. I can easily admit it. That's why I can look at myself first. And then if you're with me, then, I want to pull you up too. But when it comes to the woman I married, she was one of the first people that when I had an idea, she was willing to make it happen. And I had never experienced that, right? So I'm like, I want to I want to start my business. Okay, she's like, okay, well, let's do the paperwork. So she was that in my life. And so we ended up, doing a couple of businesses um and we had our dysfunction, but the dysfunctions didn't speak loud to me because I was not so dysfunctional, but we were on the same level of growing up dysfunctional, right, with some of the
hmm
things. But as we grew, I had mentors who constantly checked me, who were telling me things that I never heard before, and she didn't, right? She also didn't grow up with a father. So when I would share with her, it would seem like, I don't know what it seemed like, but it would have, it didn't cause fights or arguments, but it did cause disruption. And I was moving in another way. She was moving in another way, but it was a great experience. But that's why I married her. And I saw us growing in some different areas, and the things that were good were good, and we had a sense of normality, and I did see us grow. She did challenge me in some other ways, right? But that was one case. But there were some other cases of love and fun. I had so much fun that I never experienced before, and it felt great. Now when I look back on some of those relationships, I'm like, boy, them red flags, I hid from them on purpose in a sense because I didn't want the good part to end. I didn't want the good parts to end. And I looked
yeah,
over some of the things and I was just hoping that I could love that person and show them how much love that I had for that person or those people, which were females, just so happened, right? I'm a straight guy. Um, but I was hoping that the love and the attention and the whatever it was that they can see and that they would change, that they would just come all the way over like I felt like I was. And it just doesn't work that way. You
yeah.
have to
Nah,
be on
I
your
noticed
post.
men and women, men and women do that. Like, like the thing where the woman who's they're looking at the potential is what we say. Like that's
Yes,
they're still trying to see the potential.
yes,
Me, I might not see the potential, but I know it's a challenge. Like
yes.
meaning it ain't that I'm seeing the potential because I know what that is. It's just more of like, oh, it's just a challenge, and sometimes I'm just stuck in my head, and I know that it ain't right, but I still because sometimes I'm that person that's like that. It's like I know something ain't right, but it don't matter. Like unless it's just like doing drugs or something to me. It's like I know it ain't right. It's not. I've never done any of that and been like, oh, you know what? I think I'm doing the right thing. Nah,
Yeah,
I know I ain't doing the right thing. I'm just still gonna go in it.
yeah,
I'm still gonna go through it. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as it's fun and it feels good, even in that moment, because it might be torturous right after it's done.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I've definitely been in some of those kind of like situationships, I'll say, because my relationships in general have been, it's not that we were meant to be or not like that. I'm just talking about like they're the person in general that I would say I'll end up trying to be in a relationship with, they were pretty like it was a pretty cool relationship. It just didn't work just in that sense, but plenty of situationship type stuff, especially in my world of where you dealing with drugs and stuff like that. Oh yeah, trauma bond and all that. Like you said, if it's almost to the point of where when you people don't even they don't even like it when you try to change. It's literally like a
Wow.
almost like that, like it you get confused because
Wow.
you get to be make it feel like as if I'm now evil. Like it's almost like how is my changing making me
Wow.
feel bad in that state? That's because and I get it. It's just like if I'm doing a certain kind of drug or thing or whatever, you don't want nobody around you that's not doing that too. You're gonna mess up the vibe. I don't even want you looking at me while I'm taking, like what you over there looking. Are you gonna partake? And it's the same thing with the toxicity of in a relationship. Like if you don't want someone, you prosper, you getting better, you're feeling better, you're smiling. What you smiling? Like, what is the feeling of that good coming from? And
Wow.
yeah, that's I've had those, you know, like to the point to where literally I start feeling like it's something wrong with me. They got me confused about me wanting to do right.
Wow.
Like, oh, that is, I almost feel like that's witchcraft.
That's
Forget, that's witchcraft to me. Like you got me confused,
about
so
wanting to better yourself.
yeah, yeah. That because I understand that world, but you gotta understand this too. And I'm not saying I'm I'm letting you do that. Don't not letting me do mine, because I'm letting you do yours. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yo, you helped me to look at something in a whole nother way. I remember being in relationships and me going out of town and me coming back and saying, "Oh, guess what happened? I just met such and such. They talking about moving me. They talking about they wanna woo 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 woo." By the time I get done talking to them and the comments and the vibe, you almost like second guessing,
You so
and you said witchcraft.
I think it. I mean, that's the only way
Guys,
that I can think of it in that way. It's not that it is or not. I'm just saying that's the feeling because I'm a person that I feel stuff. And I'm like, something's just not a right that about that spiritual to me.
guys, listen at this. How many times have you been in a relationship? Okay, Travis Hunter. He's modern enough to know. Well, everybody is up on who Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Hopefully, all the guys. And I'm not saying his relationship is good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know. But what I can say is some of the signs in their relationship of big moments that he's had, and his love goes to find her, and she sucks the attention away. I don't know what the conversation was, but the fact that we're talking about her as much or even more than about his accomplishments and who he is and what he's doing is in my opinion, red flag. You want a cheerleader. Even me. Okay, I'm a singer, I'm a writer. I've gone on special event dates with a significant other. And you know what I do? And men, look out for this. I play the background on purpose. I'm there to serve you, baby. I'm gonna be myself, but I want her to get the shot. You got to find a way to serve in a certain way, make them look good. Find out a way to make them look good, right? I'm going to present well. I'm going to stand in the background in a sense. I want them to be seen. I know they're going to have different conversations and be away from me. I don't need their attention the whole time.
Hmm.
I gotta allow them, same as us. When it's our time and we have a significant other with us, they gotta allow us the space, the room to be ourselves or to shine or whatever it is. And so, witchcraft, I've had that happen to me so many times where it's like, dang, you not excited for me? Dang, you was just over in the corner. Yeah, you wasn't saying nothing, but you had a stank attitude and you can feel it.
You can feel
Oh,
it.
she with him. Oh, she with him. And we know people. We know people who that's their constant. They got a girl and she just got an attitude. No, she ain't talking a lot, but she
Hmm.
just there. Look, I'm ready to go with that
Hmm.
just stankness
Yeah,
of what's
exactly.
wrong now? What is the
Exactly.
you should just be over here just looking pretty and representing what you over even if you tired,
Yeah.
even if you ready to go. You that's just part of it. The
Because if you
problem
didn't
is
invite them, then if you didn't invite them, then that would be a problem.
you want
You know?
all the benefits of him being a star. I used to say this to actually, well, I won't say who. I
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
say this. I used to say this about one of the girls that I was with. I said,
Hmm.
it's like you want me to be your own little star. Like you want the benefits of everybody knowing me. You want the benefits of me, whatever. But you don't want me traveling and being seen at places. It's like it comes along with it. And it's a
Yeah,
tough
just
position, but it comes along with it. But along with that, you get the benefits of the other part also. So that's a tough position to be in. But men, we got to be aware. You got to watch how a woman reacts when you are getting a lot of praise. Because when the women getting a lot of praise, what it? Yeah, that's my better half, and they gonna get men to kiss their hands and all of that and all the attention. We gotta accept that, and we usually do, right? But yeah, man, that's which that's a whole nother perspective, and that's very
yeah.
true.
Yeah, I mean, I
Witchcraft,
always think of things that,
manipulation,
yeah, like, stuff that's
gaslighting.
to me, men don't do. I'm not saying that men, I'm just talking about in general,
In
when I
general, it's
speak.
not a
We're
characteristics
not,
that is
that
of
is
a
not,
man. There are
yeah,
some men
no,
who do it, but yeah,
it's either, now we do it to women. Like in the, no, 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 this is what I mean. This is what I mean by it. I mean that there's guys that in our world, we don't do that, I'm saying. Like, meaning, so it's not a thing in our world, right? And so, and in general, to me, men don't do that to women in general. But it is a thing that, you can't have those certain ones that are just manipulators, that kind. I'm just such a
masters.
not that version. Yeah, I'm not. That's why I was playing the game with the to go off on a little tangent, but this is about that kind of thing. I was playing the game with the kids. I think it's called Imposter. And so the game is pretty much you get this word. You got to look at the word on the thing, and then you pass the phone to somebody else. And if it says you're an imposter, you don't know what the word says, but everybody else got to guess and see who's the imposter. So, say for instance, the word is fool. I'm just using it for example. You got to say things that maybe say something about school and try to throw them off. And then the pastor got to figure out if like, he might say something that ain't got nothing to school with school. And then you'll be like, oh, that's the imposter because he didn't say nothing that was a word. You knew he didn't have the word or that person didn't have the word. I'm so not good at that game because I don't know how to not, like, if I'm an imposter, I don't know how to like act like I know a word that might, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta kind of you gotta know how to like throw them off and say something different. And so that's kind of how it is with me. I'm just more of like that upfront person, but that can get me in trouble a lot too, though. Especially when you're dealing with jobs and corporations and these kind of things to where now I'm just now the past year learning how to in a corporation not say what I feel. I'm literally learning. Oh yeah, yeah. This is where, like, I literally put this in my head. Like while a person is talking to something, like I'm like, oh, I don't need to say that right here because even though I am right about like where I should be
That's a
truthful and
skill.
all that, you
It's a
don't
skill.
need to say that right there because in a job setting, it's not going to work out for you. Honesty never works out in corporate world. Like being truthful. No, I'm serious. That doesn't work in the world. You have to go along. Most people they talk about that person. I mean, I don't talk about people behind them, but if you are the person that likes to talk about behind your back. Don't say what you really feel. Don't or not even that. Don't even the lies and that kind of thing. So I'm learning for myself that that kind of thing has always been like hard for me. But I don't forgot the point that I was making in the
Piggybacking off
what we
of
were talking
that
about.
part,
Okay,
piggyback
yeah, you.
piggybacking off a little bit of what you're saying is my philosophy is thinking of the end, thinking what do I really want to get out of what I want, what result this how I'm what I'm wanting to say to this person or how I'm feeling. If I say it, what's the result I'm looking for,
Exactly.
and what I'm about to say, will that give me the result?
Exactly.
That's the
That's
same thing as
exactly.
that lady. She called me and she was like, the same young lady that I was talking about, the
Hmm.
editor. She says, I really want to have a conversation. And I said, you don't have to you don't have to comment anymore because I hear how your brain works and it's fine. I give you leeway and grace. I just understand that you don't have the skill and the understanding to give me understand like you don't and that's fine. She says, but no, can I say something? And I said, what end result are you wanting? Because I'm saying no thank you. I the best way, the nicest way, I don't want to hear any more of what you're saying because I don't think that you're going to get the result of what you're wanting from what you're saying. And instead of her taking what I was saying, she went ahead and said it anyway. And I said, you know, we've been back and forth on these men issues about this father, son, brother, friend platform that I'm doing, and you're proving my point. And I said, just like I mentioned before you started sharing, you're not going to be able to get the result that you're wanting because it actually made it worse. And I says, I don't want to spend any more time on this conversation. So that's a philosophy that I use now is thinking about the end. What's the end? But I want a girl who is fun. I realize that who's graciously honest, not just honest, because when you're honest, sometimes it can hurt. It can be hurtful.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Mindfully and graciously honest, God fearing, someone who loves to be good, but who knows how to be bad. Like, I don't want like just a goody two shoe who can't understand why people don't do
Yeah, yeah,
stuff
yeah.
right.
Nah, definitely.
Like, I don't want no self righteous girl. I want a girl who knows both, but her heart is good and she has the discipline and she's used to being a good, more of a good girl. I want to be
Hmm.
able to sneak away and do some little,
Hmm.
stuff. Um, a girl who's business, who knows how to handle business, and who's money conscious.
Hmm.
She's money conscious. She knows how to be sexy. She don't have to always walk around and be sexy. A lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
girls, I think a
That
lot of
that that
girls,
bothers me sometimes. The
I think
ones
a
that are
lot
too,
of girls,
I actually don't like the ones that's too the.
they
This
try to
sounds,
put
but
on
this
they try to put
or that
on
is
this
just
sexy.
too pretty. Like you meaning even the
Yeah.
actual look, the actual look,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
ones that's like
I agree.
you're so pretty.
I
I don't
agree.
like them because those need too much attention.
It's a lot of work.
It
It's a
oh, it's
lot
so
too
much
much
work
work.
that it's almost like it's almost like I want to look at them and say, I just want you to know you're actually not as pretty because you're not,
Which will be
and
the
you
which
think
will right.
you know.
You think
Yeah,
that's the
so
say all be all.
yeah,
It's not the most important.
yeah. I'm sorry for taking you off your
No, no,
point,
no,
but
no, no,
what you
no, no,
mean?
no. No, it goes right along with it. Um, I was with an ex girlfriend and we went to an event and we was sharp. We looked good together and I was dope. She was dope, and we went to an all-white party. Maybe a quarter in the party, she said to me, and this challenged me a lot because I don't think like that, like this that I'm about to say. But she said, "We're the best looking couple in this whole place." Hmm. Never thought about that. But as I wouldn't have thought that. I just thought we looked really good. I know we look good. In no way am I like, we look better than them. We definitely look better than. No, I'm like, oh, they sweat. Oh, I like the hat that she. Oh, I wasn't comparing it saying, oh, yeah, my hat, goddamn, like, that's just not how my brain works. But through the relationship, I just realized how the vainness in her was. And I'm more concerned about, not concerned, but I would like to be like, nah, my girl, she the dopest in the sense of I trust her the most. Oh yeah, she gonna be about her business. Like I ain't gotta talk to her for 2 days. Anybody know me, if they don't talk to me for 3 days and you say, what is Vic doing? Well, we know he meditated today. We know he probably read a book. We know he probably, if he ain't go to the gym, he did some kind of exercises. Vic, we just know that. I want people to know that. And for the people who know me, they gonna assume that. But I want a girl who I can say, yes, I know she don't, prayed and did something
I, I
good.
know, I know she got peace. No,
Right.
no, seriously, because for me, I think that's one of the. I want somebody that knows how to do that in all ways. Meaning, if
Bring
we're getting
peace,
yes, like even if we're getting, because I'm
solve
not
good,
talking about
yes.
being, yeah, just know how to do it in a way where it's like, you know what, they can understand me because I understand that I am a little intense in the way that I even because I'm so exaggerative, right? I'm just an exaggerative style of a person. I don't mean nothing by it. Doesn't.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not mad. Nothing. I'm
Right,
just
right.
very expressive. So I'm realizing, oh, for me, I know I need somebody that maybe is not that. For me,
Yeah.
because I'm that. I need somebody that's okay. Maybe they can just sit and maybe be understanding, and then give their point and let me say my point. For me, because
And
then
not
that
take it
brings
so
peace. Don't take it
personal.
personal. Brings peace
Uh, yes. I'm
because
talking
I know I
about
am a
this
lot.
and that girl. How are you mad? Why? Why are you taking this story personal?
But I know for me, I am a lot, right? Because I can be a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta kind of like know yourself. Like I know that I have a lot of personality
You
and
can
a
admit that.
lot
I
of
feel like I'm a lot too.
yeah,
So we know
yeah,
that.
like
So
in
it's
that
like we can accept that. But sometimes they don't know that.
I know that I know,
And I'm like,
and that's why I don't need
I can
nobody like that
complain.
to me.
I'm
With
like,
me,
I can complain just as much as you not. I might not complain about you,
yeah, I
but
just won't.
not
Yep.
if you want to go toe to toe now.
Yeah.
You how them girl I don't know how if you want to go toe to toe,
Yeah. Yeah.
which finger did
I
they
just
do they
choose
do it
not
with?
to. Yeah, that's the
It,
T.
it,
T.
because I
That's
ain't
the
worried about the little stuff.
clock
I
it.
accept it. Yeah, clock it. I ain't worried about the little stuff like that. Okay, like
Yeah.
okay, you come to me and say, okay, yeah, easy. I mean, okay, now what's the problem?
Now, but that's
You
the
worried
hardest
about
part, Vic.
you worried
That's
about
the hardest
that?
part. That's the hardest part, though. And see, like, that's what I got to work on. Is no that right there? What you just said? No, seriously, I got to work on that the most because when somebody comes to me specifically, whether it's even if it's my daughter, I'm saying I have to work on understanding what the big deal is. No, I literally have to work on understanding it. Like, so you mean tell me this happened and what did you want to come from it? When they say they don't know either, I don't know what to do because I'm trying to figure out like I know what I would do,
If you
right?
right,
Like because I would probably say what I wanted to say to the individual, or I probably would, express, like I'm solution based for me. So when somebody is coming to me about their particular thing, especially when it comes down to when I listen to people for their work day, or with like it's like, oh, okay, yeah, like I get it because, and this is for men and women, for me, especially people having jobs. I've been saying to myself like, I get it, but you know why I get it? Because I felt the same way you felt. The difference between me and you is that I just didn't like. I'm not finna give it no, because at the end of the day, this ain't even real. It's almost
yeah,
like this isn't real. Like even the thing that we got going on at the job, that ain't real. It's just it's a
that's a gift, though.
temporary. Yeah, it is. I get it. I get it. And so, but in a
That's a
relationship,
gift.
it's very, very hard for me to, I need to change those words. You can help me out with because I don't need it, but it's
Hey,
difficult
it's been a
for
challenge, but
understanding.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's been a
that part
challenge for
for
you.
sure. Yeah,
That's how it is for gifted people, right? So for men, us men, right? We are
yeah,
gifted in certain areas.
yeah.
Um, People have gotten mad at me. I remember I'll say this. My ex-wife was so mad at me for being able to run our household very simple. She's like, it just, she wanted it to be hard for me when she said, okay, I'm going on a vacation or good. Oh, I'm like, okay, cool. No problem. Like, I'm a master at training and kick the kid. Man, that thing will run like clockwork and it's running like clockwork.
No,
No
I get what you're
problem.
saying. Yep, that is that.
Oh,
That
you
is
make it
because
look
they want
too.
you to.
Oh, you want me to suffer? No. Oh, yeah. How was it? Oh, the kids, everybody's happier. Everybody's happy because if I'm disciplining, I ain't gotta yell necessarily, but we gonna make it
Yeah,
happen. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, I'm deciphering. I'm making decisions. I'm bringing peace and decisiveness into every place that I'm in. I'm bringing peace, solution, decisiveness, and correction, answers to everywhere that I'm at. If I don't know the answer, I'm bringing patience and solitude until I know the answer. I'm leaning on God for direction, you know, and like you said, I mean, I'm a beast, I guess, right? And so that can make certain types of personalities feel a certain way. Some people, when you really, really know what you have, it's a gift to be able to see the gift in other people. I'm not going to be mad at somebody for being good at something that I'm not. I'm
yeah,
celebrating
exactly.
it. I'm like, holy bro, you know how to do that? I just get, I think it's dope when somebody know how to type because I don't
Yeah,
know how to type
exactly.
it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
do that again, man, type that up. Like, I'm celebrating it, but that's my gift. My gift is
Hmm.
inspiration. I got the gift of inspiration.
And
I got
affirmation and stuff.
and information. If
Yeah,
you
you're
good at something,
definitely that.
oh baby, I love how you put that together and woo 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 woo. Ain't gonna make you feel bad
I'm.
about being
I
jealous
am.
about something.
I'm not good at that. I'm not good
Ain't
at
gonna
telling it.
right. And but that it's a gift, right? But you are
Hmm.
man, you are amazing at uh tolerating certain things. I mean, and it hurts my just like how you said you I'm like, I don't see how, and you're like, oh yeah, that don't even fit. It's a gift. I don't
Yeah,
have it.
yeah,
my authoritativeness is like, nah, I could never be. You're like, oh yeah, I don't even see it like that. It don't even. And I'm like, it ain't no way. See, it's a gift. It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
what's
yeah.
easy?
Hmm.
What's easy for us? We
Hmm.
don't even. I know some people that's so organized, their brain thinks so organized, they can organize something so they live
That's
or
our
they it's
cousin
just
Crystal. Our cousin Crystal.
they live everything. It just come out or
She
it's like,
does
oh,
that.
that's easy. Just
Yeah.
put that. I have to be with girls that are more organized. It ain't nothing wrong with
Mhm.
my circular thinking, but another thing about organized people, you can't dump them in a fire. You can't just
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
dump them
Nope.
into
Yeah.
stuff that's going on because it's gonna bother.
Yep.
I can't think. Me, I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
okay, what's that going? Okay,
Yep.
I can operate in a certain amount of chaos and
Me
organize
too.
it, and it
Hmm.
doesn't hurt my feelings per se. As long as we get it to
Yeah.
a okay, is that organized for you and you can relay it to me? Cool. I can delegate and I'm good at that.
That's part
But
of
what I
a man's nature too, like in the sense that for like I don't care where I'm at. I'm not even trying to do this, but I'm saying I pay attention to everything just naturally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
oh
paying
yeah,
attention to the next guy. Like, just it's
yes.
not that I'm thinking about fighting. Fight never happens, but I'm just thinking
Your
about,
sense of awareness, yeah.
yeah, it's just so like a part of that is with if I have to get dumped somewhere, I'm paying attention. Even when you're thinking, no, no, I'm not. When you're thinking, when it looks lackadaisical, you think that I'm never laxy. I'm never like just like, and I'm not paying
Unaware,
attention to
right?
my surroundings. Nah, I'm aware of everything. So I think that also is a part of that too for us, like where it's like I gotta pay attention to it's natural for us to like pay attention to those small things to you know, as a
So
man.
I think it goes back to fellas, we have to be with people, but especially a spouse. They say that is the number one thing. You got to be with somebody who knows that you are a gift. If you feel like
Yeah.
everything about you is wrong in this relationship, it ain't for you and it ain't gonna get better. You ain't gonna be able to love her more to be able to, you ain't gonna be able to change enough. But if you, somebody that you got one thing and they just, and it just overshadows everything else, you know you a F up, but you feel like a king around her, you feel like a hero around her, she might be somebody special for you, right? If she brings out the goodness in you, now if she feels like a hero because you do what she says or manipulates you to do what she feels like, now that ain't
Hmm.
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you being you and you feel you're around some people and you just get inspired to be a little better, a little
Hmm.
just tighten up even more. That's what I'm talking about. That's with friends, that's with
Hmm.
family members, that's with your spouse or mate. So I've had that in my life, man, and I try to be that to the people, everybody in my life. I try to tell them, share with them, show them what the gift is in them. I also notice the gift in them and try to be in synergy with them with that gift. Um, and love is, y'all, I want y'all to know, man, love is correction. Don't you have a child and think that you can't correct them. Love is correction. You can't be with a spouse, brother, friend, spouse, and not correct them. It's called constructive criticism, not criticizing. It's called constructive. It's when you build. You're correcting to build them, not to correct them to tear them down, to manipulate them, for them to change their ways to suit you, but for the greater good. And that takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of patience to teach, to share, to inspire people to go opposite direction, right? It's so much easier to not say anything to your child. It's so much easier to not say anything to your girlfriend or your wife. It's so much easier to not correct your brother, your friend. But that's the real love is the correction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we
well,
can
bro.
probably end it on that. That's
Yeah, man.
perfect.
Yeah, that's good word, bro. Hey, I love talking to my brother who's one of my best friends. This is why
Yes,
we
sir.
created this platform, Father, Son, Brother, Friend, FSBF. We got Wisdom. I am the host, VIQ. I love you. And do something good for yourself. I love myself and I love you too.
Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring on the love, bring on the money, bring on the joy, bring on the happiness, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring on the bells, 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 bells.